Hey, what is up, you guys? It is right back in Destiny, given left a little break. Just wanted to do a little exotic review with everyone. As you can tell, I have a very, very shiny weapon in my hands, and it is none other than the Osu illustrious and somewhat hated as well, Hawkmoon. Pow. As you can see here. Now, you may ask yourself, what makes this gun so fantastic, so hated, so talked about by everyone? Well, I will tell you. Now, in terms of hand cannons, in terms of stats, very good overall. Nice impact range such as that. Was also boosted by some of my perks, but magazine size about 13 with about 58 in the reserve. A little bit low. Kind of hurts it in my mind, just the general lack of ammo, but I'll talk about that in a moment. Perks themselves, we have Accurized Ballistics, Field Choke, and Aggressive Ballistics. I prefer Aggressive Ballistics for this just because it slightly reduces range, but it increases my impact and stability, which helps me with the performance of the gun. Now, first perk, Luck in the Chamber. Your standard perk for hand cannons, scout rifles, sniper rifles, even rocket launchers. One round in the magazine deals considerable bonus damage, which can be very useful. Can take a shot from being, I think a headshot on one of these enemies is about 735 and takes it to about 986 or something like that. Now, moving on from there, we have Hammer Forged, increased range and accuracy. Quick Draw can be drawn unbelievably fast, and Speed Reload. Reload this weapon quickly. Very nice perk. For me, I prefer Hammer Forged just for the sake of having the increased range and accuracy with the gun. Hand cannons at this point have received a slight reduction in terms of their effective range and the damage drop off as a result of that. So it's not enough to hurt it, but also with having Hammer Forged is certainly not enough to make it ridiculous as it was before. It's nice and balanced out, but very helpful to have. A close second would probably be Speed Reload, though, for the sake of speeding up the reload animation, because it's a little slow, but nothing that will really hurt your gameplay. Pew pew, pew pew. Going on from there, we have the coup de grace, the perk that really gets everyone going in terms of why they love or hate this weapon, and that is holding aces. Now, about the same as Luck in the Chamber, in that 2 more random bullets will deal considerable bonus damage, which brings you up to a total of about 3 bullets having bonus damage in the magazine of 13, which for this gun is pretty good. I mean, having a chance every 13 shots to have 3 of them completely wipe out an enemy is pretty good. But what really, really gets people going, what makes this gun and these perks so interesting and to ultimate effect deadly, is the way that the random damage interacts with each other. Now, in normal terms, the gun has a chance for, out of 13, to have 3 bullets with bonus damage. But because the bullets are random, there is a chance that the bonus damage stack will apply onto multiple times onto the same shot. Meaning that you can have a single headshot, or a single shot for that matter, have 2 stacks worth of bonus damage applied to it, and then have another 1 stack applied elsewhere. Conversely, that also means that you have the potential to have 3 stacks worth of bonus damage apply onto 1 shot from this gun. And this is where things get interesting, because it is possible with this gun to one-shot enemies within the wild, not necessarily armored enemies, just because they're armored, but also guardians as well within the Crucible. And this is what really makes it shine as a PvP weapon, for the simple sake that you have the easy capability of, during a firefight, to randomly shoot Guardian in the head and then he just falls over from one shot. Pretty devastating if you've never had it happen to you before or have ever done it to someone. But for that reason, holy freaking crap, this gun can be ridiculous. But that does not mean it is not without its shortcomings, although they are negligible at best. They don't hurt the overall performance of the gun. They're just little things to note in terms of the gun itself. The first being, as I mentioned before, the ammo. Now, as I said, 13-round magazine, about 58 in reserve. It's not too bad, but I believe it is lower than most hand cannons you will find out in the wild. I know Fatebringer, for an example, has, with Field Scout, 13 in the chamber, or 13 in the magazine, with 104 in reserve, which means that it can last much longer being used in a firefight should you not be receiving any ammo. Now, this isn't enough to really say that it's a gun that you should use something else, it's just you have to be careful with your ammo consumption. And for that reason, it really, really shines as a PvP weapon because ammo is so surplus and easy to obtain, as well as your shots needed in the encounter are lower anyway. Because normally, with the hand cannon, it's about, 3 to 4 shots on an enemy, take them out, with the potential for, 2 and 1-shotting an enemy. So, for that reason, in my mind, it feels more of a PvP weapon, just for the sake of the kind of damage you can deal and the kind of ammo reserves that you have. But that doesn't mean that it cannot be used effectively as a PvE weapon, which I've seen many, many people use, because it's very, very good with damage output. So, honestly, that and the reload can be a little bit slow. For the if you have a reload boosting animation of any kind or skill, it can make up for it. But normally the reload can be a little bit slow, but it's not something that will ultimately cripple your gameplay and keep you from being successful. It's just something to work around, and you also have a perk for it to help boost your reload speed. So while it may not have Field Scout, it can make up for having to reload a little bit more often by having a faster reload. So still, nothing to worry about. Cosmetics, probably one of the best looking guns. It definitely has the look and feel of an exotic weapon. It has a wonderful sound, and just looks downright awesome. Silver barrel, feathers etched into it. Not that. Lovely little claw in the back that does absolutely nothing, but that's besides the point. It definitely has the look and feel of an exotic weapon, and one that is very, very good to use. I don't run it all the time, just for the sake of I usually am running other exotic weapons that I need to run, but it definitely has good application. It's a very, very good PvP weapon and a very good PvE weapon as well. Not my preferred, but yet again, that's personal preference. But that's really just me. Now, overall, this is probably one of the best exotic weapons in the game, if not one of the best exotic hand cannons, next to Thorn, of course. But just for what it is capable of, it is a fantastic weapon. Probably one of the best laid out overall. But yeah. Oh boy, there's a public event. But of course, that is honestly going to do it for me. There's really not too much to worry about with this gun. Good overall damage, very consistent, very nice. But yeah, please in the comments let me know your thoughts about it, what you like and don't like about it. And just give me your honest opinion. Do you feel like there are other weapons that are better than it? How could this weapon be improved? things like that. But yeah, that's going to do it for me today, everyone. Please do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. As always, I am right here to game for you, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.